Hi everybody, I'm Or, and today I want to talk about karma. So I write a lot about karma in my blog, and I thought it's time to explain a bit what do I mean when I talk about karma. It's a very complex topic. I don't think I can really get it all in 10 minutes. I tried and it doesn't go. So I will just give you the highlights in these videos. I want to explain how it works in a very general means, and then the most important part, I want to share from my own experience why I think that believing and relying on karma is totally awesome. So the first part, I want to just explain how, generally speaking, does it work. So many times I think it's very misunderstood. There is just no other nice way to say it. It's just misunderstood. Many people use karma just like as a synonymous for luck or for faith, but actually it's the other way around. It's not a passive thing at all. It's actually very active. And all of the good translations that you will find for the word karma will always mean action. So it doesn't mean just action on the physical level, it also means action on the verbal level and on the mental level. So everything you think, say or do becomes karma, becomes a karmic seed, to be more specific. And what do we mean with this karmic seed? It means that it becomes like this tiny storage of energy in your mind. And as everything in life and in nature, every seed can become a tree, and every tree was a seed once. So many times the law of karma is also referred to as the law of cause and effect. Like everything you do becomes a cause, and everything that happens to you is an effect. It's a bit generalizing now, but I think for the point being, it's okay. So if you put apple trees, you will have apples. If you put some kind of poisonous fruit seed, you will have poison. So the first thing to understand about karma is to just try to eliminate as much negative thought, talk, and doing in your life, and try to plant as much positive of it as you can. But it's not just like what are you doing that counts. There is also like the whole inner mechanism of it. So actually for a karmic seed to be a full karmic seed, you have to have the right motivation, you need to do the act, the action needs to be completed, and you also need to have like kind of a ending thought about it. So I will give an example, like I put in a knife in somebody's body, this somebody's died, and after that I regretted it. So if I was a doctor, that I was putting this knife in somebody's body with a good intention to try to help him, heal, so it wouldn't be such as heavy karma if I would put it in his body because I wanted to rob him. So that's a part of the motivation that really can change how heavy the karma is. Again, the action itself is also important, like if I killed him or if I just wanted to take money from him, it's different karma. If I wanted to help him a lot or I wanted to help him just like a little bit, but it just in a way that it's still comfortable for me, that's two different karmas. If he really got the help or died in the end, it also matters. And of course also a very important part is, how did I felt about it afterwards. Like if I done something bad for somebody and regretted it, it's also not as heavy as a karma as if I've rejoiced in it. And also if it's a good karma, if I regretted doing it or I rejoiced doing it, it changes the karma. And one last thing that I want to talk about in this context is also how do we really can know when the karma will ripe. That's also a very common question. So we don't have a way to know. There is no such thing as instant karma, and even if there is no, it doesn't matter. For the seed to ripen, it has to have all the conditions. And I can try to put as much conditions there. And of course, if you put the seed and you put water and you fertilize it, then you are more likely to have a tree in the end. But there are also other factors that are not up to you and me that can control this. And it's important to understand that karma doesn't mean that I'm like creating my universe. And that's one view of looking at it, but I think the more sophisticated and, from my point of view, more reasonable way to see it is that we are a part of a very complex and very connected net of beings, and we are just a tiny part of it. So of course the conditions come mostly from us, but it has to come also from a lot of other places. If we go back to the seed and tree example, so that can be hailstorm, it can be too much wind. There are a lot of things that influence my tree that I cannot do anything about. So there is no real point to get attached to the fruit, and that's a very, very important part. So that was in short everything I can tell you about karma, and now I want to talk about why I think karma is awesome. So the first thing is that it just really, really empowers your life. Before I believed in karma, I really thought everything is kind of random, and if it doesn't matter what I do, in the end I die and nothing happens. And when you really start to understand karma and see in your life how it works, it really empowers me to do more positive, and also to have this kind of feeling that I'm in control of my own destiny and I'm in control of my own life. Again, it's not in a direct way, like I'm still aware of the fact that I'm not the center of my universe, but it really helps me to make more of my day, make more positive for my day. The second part is that many people use karma to kind of blame, to find the blame when bad things happen to them. Like if something didn't work out, I just didn't have the karma for that. Karma is such a bitch. But actually karma is a bitch only if you are. And from my point of view, it's not really fair to blame karma. Like actually karma kind of takes care. And the first point that karma takes care is like when good things happen to you. And a while ago I was sitting with a friend of mine from the yoga teacher training, so I allowed myself to be a bit woo-woo. And she just got this really amazing new job, and she just said, I got lucky. And I was like, no, you didn't get lucky, you just, good karma happening to you. You can own your own good things that happen in your life. And since then, I never really thought about it before like that, but since then I really try to use it also. When good things happen to me, I don't just say, oh, I got lucky. I try to eliminate at all, like using the word lucky, or it was my fate. I just understand that it's really like karma, and it's good things that I've done, and now I can enjoy them. It's very self-empowering again. The other thing that karma takes care is when we go to other people. So there are people in our life, very big teachers, that do really annoying stuff. And when somebody hurts me, I don't have this kind of feeling that I need to revenge or I need to help him correct his way. Karma takes care. He done his, stupid action, and he will be rewarded with stupid effects. And I don't feel that much of a need to control it. I'm in control of my karma. It doesn't mean that I don't care anymore. But especially in some situations like family circles and things like that, you don't always can really help people. They don't really want to change, they don't really want to listen to you. There is not that much that you can do. You can just control how you react to it, knowing that karma will take care. So that was all I have to say about karma for today. And I'm sure you still have a lot of questions, so please leave them in the comment. And yeah, that's it. Have a really, really great day, and see you next time. Bye bye.